Okay, part 3 of the 1 chicken 3 meals. We've got a pot of cold water. We're going to put all the rest of the bits of chicken that's left from it. So you've got the carcass, the 2 pieces. You've got the 2 wings. And you've got the 2 fillets that came off of the big fillets. Into that also we're going to put 1 small onion that's just been cut into 4 pieces, 2 cloves of garlic, 3 pieces of ginger. I know ginger seems excessive, but buy a very small piece. It won't cost too much, maybe 40-50 pence. Don't use all of it in one dish. I'm going to be showing you how to make some really cheap Chinese dishes as well. So, buy a small piece of ginger and keep that. 1 bay leaf. Now, this is where it gets optional. If you have cloves, put 1 clove in. If you have star anise, put 1 of those in. Only if you've got them. Don't go out and buy them specially. They just make it a wee bit nicer, that's all. So we're going to turn that on. Just top up the water. We're going to bring that to the boil. Then we're going to turn it down, skim it, take all the rubbish off. There will be a bit of like scum. And then we're going to simmer it for probably around about half an hour. You don't need more than that to get all the flavour out of the chicken. But before then, after about 15 minutes, I'll take out the 2 breast pieces so they don't get too cooked. So speak to you later. Okay, the soup's simmered away and it's all nicely cooked. I've taken out the legs and the bit of fillet. We're just going to strain this now. You should have a really fragrant smelling stock. We're going to let that cool a little bit so that we can use our hands, and we're going to strip all of this meat off and all the meat off this and just chop it up so it's ready to use in the soup itself. Okay, so we're just about ready to make the soup. We've got the nice clear stock that we made. I've got the chicken that's stripped off ready. We've got 2 or 3 spring onions. We're going to put the whites in the soup. We're going to use the green bits as the garnish. We've got 2 sticks of celery, 1 large carrot, 1 small green pepper, 1 bag of these bargain bucket noodles, which you just get a good scrunch up to. Make sure they're all smashed up. Now, these ingredients seem dear, but you're only going to use a tiny bit in each dish. And out of each bottle of soy sauce, you're going to get 20, maybe 30 dishes. You can pick up cheap and dear ones, from as little as £1 a bottle to up to £5. So we've got dark soy sauce to give depth of flavour and colour. We've got light soy sauce, which gives you the saltiness and that sort of strange flavour you get. And then we use a tiny bit of sesame oil just to make it taste sort of really Chinesey. As I say, they seem dear, but actually you're going to get quite a lot out of it. So that's the ingredients. In a second, we'll go ahead and make the soup. Okay, so we've got our stock boiling away. I've gone ahead and put the little flavour packet that comes in the noodles in there. There was 2 in there for some reason, but there you go. So they're in. So we're now going to pop in the celery, the carrot, the white parts for the onions, and the green peppers. Let that come back to the boil. Into there we're going to put our flavourings. So we're going to put 1 spoon. This is like a tablespoon. So we're going to put 1 of these of the light soy sauce. Now don't do too much because it's very potent stuff. and it will become too salty if you put too much in. Then we're going to put 2 of the dark soya sauce. Now, because you've already got ginger in there, it's already going to have a really good flavour. So there we have those. I'll just grab the chicken, we'll put that in. There we go. This is a very fragrant soup. It's a shame you can't smell it really. Now it's very thin because it's a stock-based soup, but because we're going to cook the noodles in there, that'll add a little bit of substance to the stock. If you want a thicker soup, you can put corn flour in, but honestly, I don't think you need it. So we're just coming up to a boil again. We're going to throw our noodles in. We've smashed them up in the packet, and we just pop them in, give it a good stir around. I'm just going to check the seasoning to make sure that we don't. Normally you don't need to add any salts in that, but let's have a taste. No, that's pretty good as it is. Now, if you added some of this, which is Chinese black vinegar or even a balsamic vinegar, and a load of white pepper, you'd then have a sort of poor man's hot and sour soup. The sour comes from the black vinegar and the pepper gives you the heat. Also on the vegetables, if you've got a bit of mushroom, put it in. Half tin of sweet corn or something, you can throw all of these things in. I've put these in because I tried to stick, at the beginning of the week we bought some bacon and some vegetables, and we paid less than £5 for it all, and we're still doing all these meals out of the same vegetables that we bought the other day. Obviously we're adding ingredients, but essentially it's a good cheap week, and there's still 5 or 6 carrots left in the fridge. We've still got some celery, and there's still half a swede sitting there. So we're just going to let this cook for about another minute, just till the noodles soften, and then we'll serve it. Right, the noodles are soft now, so we're going to finish it up. Incidentally, if you want it a little darker just for looks, you can add an oxo cube. Entirely up to you, but it pushes the cost up. So we're just going to put in a bit of green spring onion, and we're going to put in just a spoonful of the sesame oil, and that's going to give it that wonderful Chinesey effect. And that really is all there is to it. It's wonderfully simple. Well, all Chinese soups are really simple, and they're really wonderful. Very good for you, full of veggies, meat, carbohydrates. The stock, because it's made from bones, is very good for you. It's just great food. So try it, enjoy.